Hi guys, so we gave Batman a hiding last week. So who is the hero that we should really be following? Let's find out in this week's Sight and Sound. Superman is without a doubt my favourite superhero, so perhaps take everything I say with a pinch of salt. I own the comics, the films, and possibly too many of the clothes, underwear and outerwear, with the S proudly emblazoned on them. However, after a lacklustre Superman Returns, it seemed that the last son of Krypton was doomed to be the forgotten superhero of Earth. But let's be honest, the man in the cape with his pants over his tights is the best of the bunch, and the one we should be really learning our lessons from. In Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, Supes is reimagined as a drifter without a place in the modern world, bouncing around from job to job, trying to figure out where he came from, but still obviously destined for great things. Russell Crowe's Jor-El warns the elders of Krypton that their abuse of their home planet will cause its destruction, just as General Zod leads a failed coup against the hierarchical structure on the planet in the hope of reshuffling the deck because he doesn't like the way he's being treated. If you need real-world implications pointed out for you, just turn on the news and wait 10 minutes. One or both of these narratives will play out on any channel of your choice. Both the material and the hero remain unchanged, but forever relevant. Stories of men falling from the skies are some of the first we have ever told. Since the epic tales of Gilgamesh, Jesus of Nazareth, and right up to old Supes himself, beings from the stars have come to Earth to show us the way. Reinforcing this link, Superman is frequently depicted as if he were the second coming of Jesus, with him either stood akimbo atop the mound, a vision of righteousness, or in Man of Steel, with Supes falling back to Earth, arms outstretched in a crucifix position, our Messiah returning to us. All of these beings are radical idealists who reflect the best parts of us and possess amazing powers that they hold on to, even when they are challenged, long after most of us would have hidden or discarded them. What is most important is they all wish to challenge authority, question the status quo, and enable in us the hope that one day we might lead better lives. However, they are not the blunt instrument that forces us to submit. They guide and reason, only using force when it is clear that there is a direct threat to themselves or others, and preferring that their great acts or miracles do the talking. It is up to us if we wish to follow or believe in them. They simply have offered us their ideology. They never force or coerce us to join them. The most famous text that discusses the need for the Superman comes from German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche talked about the Übermensch, a superior being who is strong in body and calm in mind. His work has unfortunately become wildly misquoted and misunderstood as the justification of the most brutal aspects of the Nazi regime, and thus his papers demonised as a prelude to fascism. However, Nietzsche wished that his superior man would not be the product of a long evolution. Rather, he would emerge when any man with superior potential completely masters himself and shrugs off the conventional herd morality to create his own values, which are completely rooted in his life on this earth. As Nietzsche points out, the individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. Once those in authority have realised that our supermen have run away with the ideas that displease them, they immediately order their execution or cast them out of our society. At their moment of death, though, they do not relent or repent, knowing that they will return to us soon. This allows us to understand that they are just the most recent incarnation of the ideas that they are in a vessel for. Soon they will return from their innermost cave, and if it is not them, then it will be a newer version, readily prepared for the challenges that befall them. They may rip the mask away from the man, but shortly another will pick it up, finding that it fits them perfectly, and is able to continue the work of the previous wearer. The thing that most interested me was how the film captured the current climate surrounding the debate of surveillance and individual freedom. As Zod's craft circled the Earth, able to tap into any electronic device on the planet to project his warning to the world, you cannot but help think of the recent NSA and GCHQ scandals, where it was finally revealed to the world that our governments, now more than ever, are easily able to find out a little too much about us with the click of a button. Never fear though, as it seems that Superman is on our side. Not only fighting against the malevolent Zod, but also in the final scene bringing down a surveillance drone that is looking for him, protecting both his privacy and seemingly willing to defend ours too. No longer is the Man of Steel simply a pawn for American idealism, but is rather his own man with his own destiny that he and he alone wishes to fulfill, devoid of the ideology of his adoptive country. Is it possible that Supes might actually be a libertarian at heart? Fighting against the notions of being controlled by an overreaching authority, rather than any real villain, he is confronting an ideology that is against his own for the greater good. Nowhere is this notion of an ideologically consistent character fighting for good in the world more prevalent than in the amazing comic Red Son, in which the Man of Steel happened to hit the Earth 20 minutes later, landing him in the USSR rather than the corporate states of America. Now, on the other side of the Cold War, he is indoctrinated by the works of Marx, the poster child for the 5-year plans, and his S symbol, defaced with the hammer and sickle. Despite this being an alternate reality, the mild-mannered Clark Kent still questions the ideology that he's presented with, refusing to involve himself with the geopolitics of Earth. Instead, he continues to stand for truth and justice like his father would have wanted him to, removing himself from the chessboard that the elites have put him on as their queen. It always was and is that he is meant to stand with us, for nothing more than it is we who he believes in. For all these reasons and more, Superman is the real hero that we need and the real hero that we deserve. He embodies the best of us and fights against the systems that have been put in place which compromise our true values. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's the hero of heroes on the way to save us all. So what do you guys think? Is Superman the hero that we really deserve? Or have I been too hard on Batman? So that's it from us from Sight and Sound. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe. Oh, I don't know about this. Don't know what to say. Oh, shit.